Hello everyone. My name is Rohan Rajendra Jadhav. I'm from Dibatu Loanere, and today I'm going to give a presentation on AAC blocks. AAC blocks means autoclaved aerated concrete blocks. So we will directly go into the topic. The first one is the table of the content. In this, we will discuss which of the topics we are going to discuss in this presentation. The first one is the introduction of AAC blocks, then advantages of its, characteristics of its, raw materials which are required for a preparation of AAC blocks, manufacturing process, by which process we can manufacture these AAC blocks, comparison between AAC blocks and clay bricks, which is the most important to understand which blocks are more familiar and more less costlier to us. The last point is the cost analysis, and the last one the conclusion. So we'll go to the first part, that is the introduction of the AAC blocks. AAC blocks means autoclaved aerated concrete blocks, which was invented in the mid of the 1920s by the Sweden architect Johan Eriksson. AAC blocks is unique and excellent type of building material. It is lightweight precast building material that simultaneously provides structures, insulation, fire and mold resistance. The finished AAC blocks is 2.5 times lighter than the clay bricks. So this is the introductory part. As in the picture you can see that this is the fully finished AAC blocks. You can see its dimension and all, it's very clear. These blocks are very lightweight, and it is trending in the market, and it's most important. Now we will go to the advantages of the AAC blocks. AAC blocks consumes fly ash, which is a big problem for thermal power plant. AAC products are not affected by the harsh climatic condition and will not degrade under atmospheric condition. From this point we understood that, as we all know that during rainy season the production of the clay bricks are totally stopped. We can't produce clay bricks during rainy season because it affects on the clay. Likewise in AAC blocks there is no atmospheric pressure can affect the production of the AAC blocks. This is the main advantage of AAC blocks over the clay bricks. AAC blocks are bigger in size than convenient bricks, result in the lesser number of joints. Less joints result in less quantities of mortar required, result in the saving of the mortar. As you all know, the size of the AAC blocks are bigger, and as the size are bigger, the number of joints required to build a wall will be less, and as the joints will be less, there will be less number of mortar required, which saves our money. This is also most important point. AAC blocks has excellent sound transmission class. The sound will be transferred over all the all room due to the AAC blocks. As AAC being most of inorganic material, it does not promote growth of the molds. AAC blocks has the best in class fire rating of 4R. This means if a building or suppose if a building has accidentally got fire, this AAC blocks wall can resist fire up to 4 hours. Now the next point is the characteristics of the AAC blocks. First one is the lightweight. Because of its aerated structure, it becomes light in weight. The weight is 1/3 of the density of the clay bricks, make them easier to handle. As these AAC blocks are light in weight, it is as AAC blocks is light in weight, they are easier to handle on the side, which will not cause the breakage of the bricks. Fire resistance. Walls of AAC blocks with a minimum thickness of 100 mm can resist the fire up to 4 hours. As I told earlier, it can resist fires up to 4 hours, especially for industries and companies which are vulnerable to fire accident. These blocks are much of it. This is the important point and most important characteristics of AAC blocks. The regions where there is more chances of getting accidental fires, like the industries, companies, hospitals. Here, with the help of this with the help of AAC blocks, if the construction is made of AAC blocks, then it is most important. Sound insulation. AAC bricks can minimize the sound transmission up to 42 decibels. Better for wall construction in hotels, auditorium, colleges, hospitals, etc. This is also point. Thermal insulation. The cellular structure of AAC blocks provides excellent thermal insulation. Helps interior to remain cooler during the summer season and warmer during the winter season. The thermal insulation. Due to AAC blocks, the thermal insulation It helps the interior, means when summer season is going on, the room constructed by the AC block will be cooler, and during the winter it will be warmer. Fifth one is the strength and the durability. AC bricks made with higher weight ratio helps in building stronger and economical structures. They remain unaffected by the environmental conditions. They ensure long life for the building. This is also important point. They remain unaffected by the environmental condition. They ensure long life for the building. Perfect finish and dimensional stability. Perfect dimension to the blocks along with low tolerance. Dimensionally perfect blocks help in building uniform thin walls with perfect finish. As you can see in the diagram, these AC blocks are perfectly well finished, so which helps to build perfect building uniforms, the thin walls with perfect finishes. Steps involved in the manufacturing process. Now we will go to the manufacturing process. In this there are 4 steps in manufacturing process. Now the first one is the raw material preparation. These are the list of the raw materials which are required. Five raw materials are required for preparation of this. First one is fly ash, cement, limestone, gypsum and aluminum powder. Fly ash is mixed with water to form a fly ash slurry. Fly ash is mixed with water to form the slurry, and fly ash is usually byproduct of thermal power plant, and it is an important raw material in manufacturing of AC blocks. Slurry thus formed is mixed with other ingredients like lime powder, cement, gypsum, aluminum powder in quantities consistent with this recipe. Here we can understand that fly ash is mixed with water to form the slurry. Then this slurry is then mixed with other ingredients like lime powder, cement, gypsum, aluminum powder in quantities consist with the recipes. Cement 53 grade ordinary Portland cement OPC from reputed manufacturer is required for manufacturing AC blocks. Here we can understood that 53 grade of ordinary Portland cement is used for preparation of these AC blocks. Limestone powder. Lime powder required of AAC production is obtained either by crushing limestone to fine powder to form AAC factory, or by directly purchasing it in the powder from the ventilator. Limestone powder can be, as we know that it can be available in market directly, so you can use that. Gypsum is easily available in market and used in the powder form. All these raw materials are in the powder form. They are used in powder form. Aluminum powder or paste. Similarly, a small quantity of aluminum powder paste is required to add it in the mixture. It is usually weighted manually and added to the mixture. These 5 materials are used in proportionate proportional to prepare the raw material. Now, second one is the dosing and the mixing. The second step of manufacturing process is the dosing and the mixing. Dosing and mixing means when these 5 materials are taken in proportionate proportion, they are placed in a large giant container in proportionate proportion, and with the help of rotatory strainer, these 5 materials are stirred with heavy machines to form a paste. So first one, fly ash slurry is pumped into the separate container. Once the desired weight is poured it and pumping is stopped. Lime powder, cement and gypsum are poured into individual container using screw conveyors. Here we can understand that for every raw material separate containers are used. Mixing drum is like a giant blow. Here we can, in the picture you can see this is the mixing drum, and it is like a giant blow with a stirrer in it rotated inside to ensure proper mixing of the ingredient. Steam might also be fed to the unit to maintain the temperature of about 40 to 42 degrees Celsius. Batching and mixing process is carried out continuously, because if there is a long gap between charging and discharging of ingredients, the residual mixture might start hardening and choke up to entire unit. From this point we understood that this material, which is means proportionate time is required and proportionate temperature is required for doing this process. If we took more time for this process, then it will become harden and choke up, and the entire material which is used will be wasted. Now the third point is casting and rising. Casting means now after the mixing dosing and mixing process, this all materials are poured into the tank to form a bed, and after forming a bed they are risen up. They are with some chemical reactions they are pulled up to form a bed. cake-like bed. Before casting, these molds are coated with a layer of oil, done in order to ensure that cake does not stick onto the mold. As I told you, this while during apply this bed, oil is the mold is coated with layer of oil, so that this material should not stick to the mold. While slurry is mixed with powder and poured into the grease mold, aluminum reacts with calcium hydroxide and water to form a hydrogen. This is one type of a chemical reaction. Millions of tiny hydrogen bubbles are released due to this reaction. This leads to the formation of tiny unconnected cells, causing slurry mix to the expand. This process is called the rising. Millions of tiny hydrogen bubbles. After the reaction happens, the tiny hydrogen bubbles are released due to this reaction. This leads to the formation of tiny unconnected cells, causing slurry to expand. Expand means rising process takes place. After that, the bed of this are taken and heated in a container and heated to the container. That process is called the demolding. Once a mold is out for pre-curing room, and that container is known as pre-curing room. Once the mold is out of its pre-curing room, it is lifted by a crane or roller on a track for demolding operations. Demolding operation means this bed we have to heat under center temperature to get a soft semi-solid, not really semi-solid, but a solid structure, but it should be little bit of soft. Cutting operation is achieved by moving green cake through horizontal cutting machine. As in the picture you can see, this is the machine which is used for cutting the bed, which is little bit of solid but little bit of soft. This machine is horizontal or vertical cuttings are made through the cake using stationary steel wire. Steel wires are used to cut this cake. For cutting of this cake, we should take the proper measurements of which type of brick we should use. These wires can be adjusted to get desired height of AC blocks. These wires are adjusted to get the desired, as I told you, to get the proper dimension of the bricks. These wires are adjusted using the machines. So this is the manufacturing process. I hope you understood what I told. Now the comparison between AAC and clay bricks. This is most important to understand which types of bricks are less costlier and efficient to use. The first one is the labor. For production of the AAC block, organized sector with proper HR practices means skilled labors are required for production of AAC blocks. Clay bricks, unorganized sector with rampant use of child labor. As we all know that while production of clay bricks, use of child labor is done. And unorganized sector means you can place a production of clay bricks anywhere you want. It means there is no need of applying shade or anything for production of the clay bricks. Second one is the compressive strength. Compressive strength of AAC block is 3 to 4 Newton per meter square, which is more than the clay bricks, which is 2.5 to 3 Newton per meter square. Fire resistance. AAC block has the fire resistance from 4 hours up to 7 hours. It can resist fires from 4 hours to 7 hours, as clay bricks resist up to 2 hours only. Cost benefits. Reduction in the dead weight leads to the saving in steel and concrete. As in the above, we know that these bricks are more, so joints will be less, and less number of mortar. So less number of mortar means less number of concrete. This is most important point from money point of view. Now the second one is speed of manufacturing. Speed of manufacturing of AAC blocks is more, and production does not stop in any of the season. Thermal resistance, approximately 30% of heating and cooling. As I told you, the thermal resistance above, it remains cooler in the summer season and warmer in the winter season. Soil consumption, as we all know, AAC blocks is made up of fly ash, gypsum, cement, aluminium and gypsum, so there is no need of soil, so zero soil consumption. And in clay bricks, soil is used in the greater quantity. Now the cost analysis. Cost of building material vary from region to region. In Mumbai, brick cost between 6 to 7 rupees per unit. In Uttar Pradesh, it costs 5 unit per unit. Here this is one of the example where you can understand the cost of one brick, where Mumbai it costs 6 to 7 rupees, and in Uttar Pradesh it costs only 5 rupees. It is depend upon its availability of raw material, market volume, and etc. For instance, 1 cubic meter comprises of 600 bricks, which cost around 3,000 to 400. This is the this point is about the clay bricks. 1 cubic meter comprises of 600 bricks, which cost around 3,000 to 4,000. However, AC blocks are available at the range of 2,800 to 4,800 per meter. This range values due to the grade of the AC block. Suppose the block is first class, then it will cost higher. Second class, so it will cost a bit lower. Builders prefers AC considering numerous advantages of the materials as above. So the engineers, all the builders who construct the building, they prefer AC because they are having higher advantage over the clay bricks. Conclusion: the last point of this presentation is the conclusion. However, it is difficult to replace the old material with the new one. This is the important point, as we all know that from now we can't change the thinking of the mind of the so it's difficult to replace the old material with the new one. Comparative analysis indicates that in most of all parameters, the AC blocks have superior edge over the clay. AC blocks have a superior edge over blend. To use the AC blocks leads to the saving in overall project cost, enables to speed up the construction process, reduce environmental and social impact. This is important point. Therefore, we can conclude that use of AC blocks over burnt clays is recommended. So here I came to the end of this topic. I hope you understand what I told in the topic, and thank you.